Oh, all right, we are live. Welcome everybody to Retrothon. It's a 2024 edition put on by RGLTV. With me is the current world record holder of Star Trek Deep Space Nine, Lucha Jim, and he's going to be helping me with some commentary while we go through this because this game is a little tough. You kind of got to keep track of a lot of things going on. So, yeah, Lucha, go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hello. No, Saf is gonna kill it easy, no problem. No problems with the Borgs or anything. Yeah, this game has come a long way. Like a year and a half ago, there was only one run of it, and it was on YouTube. You had to manually search for it by Seed. And then Saf was like, let's just, I don't know, let's try and learn this. And we optimized it a bunch. Saf made the leaderboard. Here we are. There's good things coming for Deep Space Nine.
Yeah, and you're all gonna get a small sneak preview because we found out yesterday that this got accepted into SGDQ. So, pretty stoked about that. But yeah.
Not only.
Oh, go ahead.
I was saying not only that, but apparently it's the first Star Trek game in a GDQ, so double win.
Yeah, we took a look to try to see if there was any other Star Trek games, and didn't see any that came up. So, yeah, way to represent. Cisco, the best captain. Any season 1 Cisco. He's not bald, doesn't have the goatee. So, but he's got an amazing stamina and endurance, and a leap that we all wish we had. It's definitely the leap of Apollo.
Yeah, he's also got that Usain Bolt speed, which you guys will see pretty soon.
Yeah.
Very fast.
Extremely fast. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and get this started. The whole premise of this is there's a Bajoran rebellion that's going on, and it's being led by the Cardassians behind the scene. So we're about to uncover a plot of some Bajorans who want to bomb the space station. So here we go. 3, 2, 1, start.
And go. Alright, so first part of this game is, well, you're gonna see Cisco in action immediately. I mean, look at how fast he just zoomed to that door. I couldn't do that, even if I took all the steroids. So we first want to go to speak to the best changeling in the world, which is Odo.
Local
the Cisco Sprint. Yes, the Nancy Drew of changelings. We're gonna go head back. Look at how fast he is. And he's wearing that outfit too.
You'll see his leap in a bit too. It's got an amazing.
Oh, leap. I don't even want to spoil it. It's that good. Talk to Dax. Smash through the text, which is what we're going to do for a lot of the interactions, just smash through the text.
And I have to talk about what just happened there. So we go to Dax and we tell her that we find some anomalous readings. She's like, okay, we'll tell O'Brien. And he's like, no, O'Brien's busy. Give me the stuff. I'm going to go and do it. So he's a very hands-on captain in this.
Yeah, I guess it's true to the show as well, where O'Brien has to fix like literally everything, and like there's like a few episodes where he goes on vacation and everything just breaks. So I guess it makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have a bunch of Bajorans planting these mines in this pylon section, and then we have to deposit them into these chutes. And there's a timer that goes off every time you get the first one, but you can deposit multiple at the same time, but the same timer will be going off. And then they become invisible from this section onwards. The first ones were visible, but now they're invisible. So you need a tricoder to actually detect where they are, or you just need to know offhand where they are, and thankfully Saf knows where they are. So yeah, we got a bunch to find. I think there's 5 in each section from the invisible section. So I think there's 3 sections, which account for 15 bombs. Yeah, we got to use this elevator to just go around. routing for this, when you're first learning the game, can be a bit intimidating, but once you get it down, it's not too bad. And the next section. So, one thing about this game... that's good. One thing about this game as well is when we're doing a jump, to actually grab a ledge, you have to keep holding jump at the same time. If you let go of jump and touch a ledge in midair, you'll just fall right through. Which we can kind of use to our advantage.
Oh my gosh, that's not good.
Oh,
back up.
I think
back up.
Yeah, there we go.
Back up.
And one second. I mean, who was worried? I was worried. Easy, no problem. There is a Genesis version of this game too, which you would think is just like the same, but it's actually quite a bit different, and especially these rooms. So I mentioned there's a couple sections that we have to do the bombs, but in the Genesis one, it's all basically one giant room, and also we use some teleporters, which we just don't use at all in this. They're just aesthetic only.
Yeah, we just walk right by them all. Decided to
Yep, he's going to do some jump platforming. The phaser is actually quite effective against the enemies. You just zap them once, and that's all it takes. You can kind of buffer it too if you want.
Yeah, you can get really nice, like a punch, like a phaser shot where you get the phaser shot, but it doesn't do the animation. So you can it does a punch animation instead, and so you get the power of the phaser with the punch. So it goes a little bit faster.
That should be the last bomb of the entire section, and then we're outie. Yeah, just a couple more platforms. Oh, another thing is if you fall too far in this game, the fall damage is incredible. It usually just one-shots you, even if you're full health. We're done with this section. Back at Promenade. To Mr. Consular, yeah.
And now we're gonna get a page from Kira who says that Golgurgi is waiting for us.
Yes, and we were actually talking about before this stream. Golgurgi is actually a character that does not exist in the actual series, so there's a unique character for this game.
Yeah, he's the head of the Bajoran Rebellion. So we're going to go ahead and talk to Jadzia. We're trying to get information about these Cardassians. So now we got to talk to Quark.
Quark and Garrick, you know, the two most reliable sources of info. And then finally to Kira, and there's something special that happens after we talk to Kira. So she goes into the... Yeah, she gets to take one, and now we go into Smurf Intestines Shmup Zone for a while.
We're gonna give Papa Smurf a colonoscopy.
Yep, a very successful one, hopefully. If we touch these... well, I don't know a good way to say this without getting us banned, but whatever these blue things are, if we touch them, it does pretty big damage, and it kind of locks your ship in place.
Yeah, they really suck you in. As you can see, look at how much that just ate up.
Yeah, you have to almost like one frame tap a lot in this section, because if you go too far, you just kind of spiral out of control, and once you hit something, it can just, lock you into a HP drain pit. But this is also quite long to keep focused on for this section. But after this, we're pretty good. But he's got half his HP, and yep, now we're in the second one. Now we're at no problem. We've got the HP refill. Kind of just mess around for a while with these meteors. They're not that big of a threat until we get to the real meat of this little section. Yeah. And by the way, we are playing as Kira right now, so even though we can't see her sprite, we are playing as her.
Yeah, and it's actually pretty funny too. In the Genesis version, you don't get a health refill once you finish that portion, and that portion's a lot harder in the Genesis version too.
here we have this boss. This boss it's a pain. It's RNG. The ship does not want to stay still. There's like a secret, like specific spot to like kind of get it locked in a couple shots. And I think it usually takes around 16 shots. It's hard. It's very hard to lock it down, or the ship down rather.
Yeah, you can't just get up. You can only go halfway up the screen, so you can't like get right up on top of it, the ship. That's the kind of thing we want. We kind of want to lock a couple shots in at a time. Sometimes you can get up to like 4 if you're really lucky. But the rocks hitting the ship. Oh, there we go. Very well done. Now we're gonna beam aboard, but yeah, the rocks hitting the spaceship actually does no damage, and we've theorized that it actually gives the other ship iframe, so it's a double whammy. Oops.
We talked to Kira again. Now we're back to being Cisco.
Alright, so we gotta talk to Jetsi real quick. And now we have to go find O'Brien.
I guess you guys have already noticed how good Cisco's jump has been in some of the levels. It truly is a hurdler's dream to jump like him. Talk to O'Brien, go back to Odo. I think we talked to Odo in basically every single section in this game. Usually first. He's pretty consistent.
We're going to talk to Golgurgi again, who's incensed that we shot up his vessel. Told him to come back. Oh, dang it. I missed the jump. So
yeah,
you
there's some
want to jump there,
sections.
You have to
as
that wall.
Saf was saying. There's a few sections where we like to like jump out of the way to like stop like a auto-scrolling walk that it forces you on. Alright, now we're in this like weird flame section on, I think it's on Bejor.
Yeah, we're on Bejor now. We're heading to the emissary shrine, basically, where Kai Parker wants us to go.
There's some bats, we got some Bajorans, some climbing, and then we go into this, and this is where we need to do these wall masks in a specific order to open these doors. So it's not usually too big of a deal. The order is actually not too hard to remember if you were to learn this game or if you just were playing it casually.
Yeah.
I'm not actually sure how you would learn the order playing blind. Maybe there's a clue that I missed, but or maybe it's just trial and error.
Yeah, I would say it has to be trial and error because I haven't seen anything at all.
Yeah, I can't see any clues myself. Yeah, this section's not too bad.
Like when I was doing the Genesis one, I had to go through and do it all by hand, like each room, and try to map out which one did what. And it's ridiculous.
Yeah, that would have been a nightmare. So we got another password. So we're now in these caves. These caves are a little bit dangerous. There's like acid drips that do a little bit of damage. We got these elevators we can go up and down. More Bajorans, of course, trying to kill us.
Yeah, we're in the Bajoran hideout now.
There's also some fans that if you walk past them while they're on, they do a decent amount of damage. And we got to get some key cards in here. There's a decent amount to this area. Oh,
I did one for you.
Oh yeah, that's the YOLO jump I was mentioning before. I think that's the optimal one too. So I mentioned at the start that if you let go of jump, you will not actually grab a ledge if you try to get it. So on purpose, we let go of jump, and so we can fall down further and we can hit the last ledge. And I call it the YOLO jump because if you like mess up the timing, or you're just gonna flat out die. But he got it, so that was awesome. But yeah, if we just go down the ledges as well, like we just drop down from a ledge like that, I don't think there's any kind of fall height that can kill you. I think you just take no damage every time you, I think that guy's RNG if he punches you, right?
Yeah, it's kind of weird because sometimes you can actually get a phaser shot off before he punches you.
Yeah, I'm not sure if it's like a global timer thing or what's going on there, but pretty good shape. That's a little grenade that will come in handy for later. We will use it to blow up a bit of a barrier thing.
We're gonna go ahead and flood this whole cave system to flush out all the Bajoran rebels. That's what we're gonna go do. We're gonna go kill everybody and flood everything.
No one needs to worry about the details. Starfleet records will change it anyways. So
we're the emissary. It's fine.
Yeah. We're here for religious reasons, you know. So it's fine.
Not the.
So we have to plant the grenade here first to blow up this little, I don't know, barrier machine. And now we're in this I don't even know what you would call this. It's like waterfall climb, but it has like machines at the bottom.
Yeah, these are the generators that we're gonna go ahead and destroy and flood the whole thing.
I think it's 4 of them we chuck on, and yep, now we just run like heck, get the hell out of there. In the Genesis one, this is an auto-scroll section, and it's really hard, very punishing. In this one, we can at least go as fast as we want, but it's actually deceivingly difficult until you learn how to do this optimally. But Saf has done basically the hardest parts already. It should be pretty easy to get out from here.
We could have fallen through that little crack. I'm glad that we didn't.
And we're out of there. But immediately, Saf is probably going to take the death to get full health again, because this is an easy one to take, and it's not going to waste any time. Full damage, there we go. And unlimited continues in this game, so that's great. And now we're going to head further through the caves. There is a couple fans we can turn off if we want, but Saf might forego it because we've routed it in a way to make it more dangerous, but not stupidly dangerous, I would say.
I think I'll turn off one of them still.
Yeah, it's not too big. It's only like if you're going for a PB attempt and you really want those extra seconds, you would just ignore turning off the fan. But it's like a 5-second detour, so it's not a big deal. So after this section, where I think we got one more section, I believe, after this in the caves, and then we're at the climax of it.
Yeah, this one I'll go ahead and turn off.
Yeah, this is the one. I think we could turn off technically the other ones too, but you go so far out of the way, it's really not worth it. But this one, yeah, this one's not bad to turn off. We're just dropping down. This is a bit specific. You don't want to get too gung-ho, otherwise you will fall, and if you fall too far...
Like that.
Oh! We're still okay, because it wasn't the bad one.
No!
Oh! Wait, it might be... Oh, okay. Getting the door. I think that's a checkpoint, though. I think. I don't remember fully.
I don't think it is, actually. Well,
we'll
find out.
Yeah. We'll find out. That's part of the fun.
Alright, we gotta make sure not to get hit by the acid.
Yeah, we'll have to slow down at this upcoming acid that's about to drip in this part, so care of the enemy. Yeah, the enemy actually gets hit by the acid too. You can see him make a little bit of a shrug on his shoulders. So there's one more section right here. We might take this one a little bit more passive.
Okay, and pick up the card.
If it wants to pick it up, thank you.
Wait for that rock.
Take it a little bit slower.
Yeah.
And we're mainly home free. There's like one Bajoran at the top, but you can skip him if you get in the door. There we go. Okay, so if we die here now, it's not a big deal because we'll just start at the start of this room. We'll get this boss. We're just gonna lock the laser and do a little.
Nice.
We still might die from a rock. No, we're fine.
Yeah, we got the rock.
Sometimes you get on but yeah, we're fine. So all good. We're like 0.1 HP, which is exactly how Cisco would have it. That's perfect. next section is a bunch of talking in the station, a bunch of people to talk to in specific order. It's one of those games you need to talk to people in the right order, otherwise you can't advance.
All right.
So we're gonna hand over the reins to a different character pretty soon, but I'll keep my lips shut on that for now.
Yeah, we gotta go run back to the constable, to Odo. Tell him our
Cisco
findings.
loves Odo. Has to tell him everything.
Alright. Now we're gonna get a page from Bashir. So now we're gonna go ahead and jump. Howdy.
Yeah, beautiful. So now we get to be the good doctor in this. Unfortunately, well, actually, I think Seth found out something about
what?
To Dax early.
Yeah. We'll do it right now just for the fun. So if you talk to Dax right now, I don't know. Come on. Hello, Jedzia. Are you busy later? Sorry, I am. I'm studying for replicator fragments from Bejor.
They're just completely blown off by Jadzia. She knows Bashir's game.
He's
especially
just thirsty.
Yeah. Good old season 1 Bashir. Always the ladies' man.
Right.
Now we can go up the stairs, and we're going to talk to the constable again, Sir Odo.
So what happened was one of the Bajoran elders got attacked, and so Bashir is now collecting evidence, DNA evidence, and all that stuff from the crime. So we're gonna go talk to the Kai.
There's something a little bit funny about Bashir. Like when he goes down the stairs at the bottom, he does a bit of a hop.
Yeah, well, same when he goes up too. It's really.
Yeah. He's like, oh, a little skip.
Ah, dang it.
Talking best character, Eric. A bit of his hair sampling. And it's not him. And it's, I mean, why would we suspect Garrick? He's an honest tailor. Plain old Garrick, as they call him.
So now we're going to go ahead and give Jadzia the evidence. Now she'll talk to us.
And now she's actually interested. But that's the end of Bashir as playing as him as a character. Back to being the man Cisco. We now want to talk to certain Kai or Parker who advance things. Not after we get that little password.
Alright, so we're gonna go talk to the Kai. She's in our office.
Mm-hmm.
She only says two. She only says two sentences, but you have to get those 2 sentences before you go and talk to Odo.
Yep. You got to do it all in the right order, which can be a little bit of a pain to remember when you're running this, but not too bad once you got it all down. And thankfully there's not too much of a talking section here. There's a couple people, then we talk to her again, and then we're on to the next action sequence, I guess we could call it.
So we're gonna talk to O'Brien. He's gonna be like, don't you remember Wolf 359? This is how we there was something there that we used against the Borg to change our shields. Because right now we're about to get attacked by all the Cardassian forces from Gurgi.
Oh, now we're sent back to Wolf, whatever, 359. And so we're basically back in the past during the Borg attack. So there's Borg enemies now in this stage, and they can zap you for a decent amount of HP. You need to get I believe the pad. Yeah, it's a damage pad actually, so we need to get it fixed. There's food replicators on this stage to restore HP, which is going to be important later. But the way it works is there's a few of them, and they all go on one like HP bar to. So if you like use one too much, the rest of them won't really work. They only have a finite amount of healing. So we can't just abuse it that easily, but we have to pick up a bunch of phases. Also, additionally, the Borg, much like in the show, they adapt to our attacks. So we can kill the first couple of Borg with phaser 1 and 2. They adapt, so we need to use the pad, and we need to use a couple computers to change the frequency to kill them again. And we have to keep doing that because they keep adapting.
Yeah, and that's the whole lesson that we're supposed to learn here is the adaptive changing of the shields, the frequency. Now we got the chip for the pad. And we're going to go ahead and get it fixed.
There's so the pad is the big thing that we're going to be using, but also additionally a few other things to help some characters out here to help us progress. The pad is now fixed, and we can use it next to a Borg, get it some food from the food replicator, because why not? And we're going to be on our way. So far this run has been going quite good. No deaths. Maybe a little bit of a heart attack in the cave, but you know, I was never worried, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, we were pretty close there. Alright, so we're gonna get some hypos breaks. We need to go ahead and teabag some people to wake them up.
The only way to revive people, especially in this year. And then the next thing we're gonna get is I actually forgot what it is, and it's hit
the
a hypo
engineering.
spray.
The engineering.
The welding torch, right?
Yeah. Teabag.
Yeah, we use it on him, get teabagged, and that will get us the welder. You can use the computer to change the phaser frequency, so the next Borgs won't just block it on us. Actually do a decent amount of damage if they zap you, or if they slap you. So we definitely want to shoot them before they can do anything to us. We're going to take particular routes to like destroy these doors when we turn off the power to the ship to get past this steam that does a lot of damage. In a PB attempt we would go for a steam skip, but it's really inconsistent and it does a lot of damage, and if you miss too much you just have to redo the level.
It's like a 5-minute
really
time loss.
Yes, huge time loss. Change the frequency, so that's fine. Power's off, so now the steam is also off. Because we destroyed the things that opened the door earlier, the door is not an issue, because otherwise the doors lock on you. But we can escape because we already made sure they're going to be permanently open. And we're going to go to a certain person, take away Jake Sisko, which is Sisko's son. And then we're basically just getting to one more computer and then to a welding section. You can just exit, it's no problem.
We're gonna go back and turn on the power over here so we can go back through everything else.
Not actually the biggest detour, not that much of a time loss over getting the steam skip, which is way more dangerous.
It's a lot more.
Looking good, very good so far. There's a couple of Borg we still have to take care of. I think 2 of them, I believe. This one and then this sneaky one after you fall through here. Sometimes get you. Sometimes he appears in a weird spot. We're gonna do the transfer. Now we're gonna do the final section. And we have pretty decent health for this. There is a replicator as well. That we're gonna do. Mr. Borg. Revive this guy because he's gonna help us in the final section. So sorry, this is not the final section. We're getting close to it, but we can use the replicator if we want. Or we can just forego it. We should have enough health.
Yeah, we should have enough health.
Now we have to do welding.
Oh, I didn't jump in time, and so you see how far we had to walk. It's horrible.
Yeah. Alright, so we're gonna just wait patiently, and then we're gonna start doing this. The left one, there's 3 of them. There's a left, middle, and there's a right. You need to go from left to right because it's just the best and most efficient way to not take damage. And then we can do the right one last. We can tank a few hits. That's why we want the health. We didn't really take much of a hit, so that was really good. And we're done with the Borg section. And we're out of there, Cisco. Jake, Cisco, that guy, and Cisco all get transported out, and that was well done. Back to the promenade.
And password.
Password, and we get to play as Odo now. And we get to turn into a rat and go in vents. This game has it all.
It does. But you can't open up a door as a rat.
Yeah, exactly. I think it was Saf who found out that if you do these jumps, you actually go a little bit faster as a rat, which is pretty handy for PB attempts.
Yeah, unless you get a jump like those two right there, then you lose frames. But well, actually, oh, why did I go forward? I think it's like from that whole screen, if you get them, like every single one of those, it's like a 2.5 second time save, which is a crap ton for a small section like that.
I'll take all of it. But now we're done with Odo. It was short-lived, but we still appreciate it. Now with Cisco, we're going to do some... you have these very annoying turrets. You have to be in a particular spot. I mean, well, you have a little bit of flexibility, but you have to be in a decent enough spot to hit it. They will always hit you before you can kill one in a one cycle, so we could tank them in theory, but only if we are willing to take that hit and we can afford to do it. And we have a code breaker, which we use on all these computers, which is why this timer goes down. We have to hold up until it goes to 0. And once we get these 3 open, we get a card, and we use that card to open some of the doors around here. This section is just mainly browning. Don't hit some of the steam things that are in some of the rooms. They do a lot of damage. But other than that, there's not really that much of a threat. Genesis one's a lot more dangerous because there's Cardassians around everywhere. And also, Cisco is a lot slower with his run in the Genesis one, so we can't outrun a lot of things, like these like weird safes that like do beams at you. I don't even know what to call them.
Yeah, well, in the Genesis version, those like have collision, so you can't even like right there, all of those, you have to destroy those. You can't just go forward through them.
Yeah.
Like,
even if you're fast enough, they would hit you. Yeah. So this is a lot more digestible. We're just basically on the mission to find another key card to get to the next section. You can just ignore basically most of this. Yeah, that one's a little bit more scary because it's right next to an air vent, but it didn't get hit, so it's fine. But it does a decent amount of damage, those air vents.
Yeah, they really do. And you don't want to take, like, we want to try to have as much health as we can in this section.
Yeah, this next section coming up is quite nasty and a little bit scary, just because, again, like I said, you have to be in precise spots to kill these turrets. And additionally, there will be a different kind of, I don't know, a disco ball of death. Oh, okay, took out Mr. Cardassian there. Alright, took care of that, and here comes Mr. Disco Ball, and got rid of him. That looked easy, but you can easily just be out of the way of its range, and if it hits you, it's really bad. It does a lot, but Saf got the right positioning, so no problem. No problemo. We have to code break all of these that we see. This one's the hardest, but yeah, really well done. You do a bit of a buffer jump while you're firing, that helps to keep you more in place, and also you can hold down A to warp if you want, because running makes it a lot more volatile. Oh, got him, okay. Alright, that's all of the disco balls of death done. Yeah, they hurt really badly. So if you can take them out really quickly, it's nice, so you don't get shot at all.
Keep forgetting.
But
not so much there.
This next one above us has a turret on each side, and this is quite dangerous. But he's got enough power to actually tank it, both of them, if he wants, just to get rid of them. It all depends on the lineup. Once you got the lineup, yeah, no problem. Because they'll only get one maximum hit on you if you just keep your fire on them. And we got a couple more turrets, but now they're just single ones, so you got more flexibility if you just want to dodge some of the fire. And we should be fine. There we go. So the only thing really to worry about is at the end, don't get a little bit too slippery with your hands, because if you fall from the top of these,
You're gonna die.
You're probably gonna die, if not at least put you down to 1 HP. So as long as that doesn't happen, we're Gucci. And if we die here, we have to go back to just after the Odo section. Yeah. All we have to do is do a nice little hang down the ledges, get another card, tend to basically the final real room of the game. That's fine, no unnecessary damage. Got key card 3, and this is the final room. And I believe we have enough health to just do this in one shot. If you died in this room, you just restart from the room. But yeah, we have plenty of health actually, so we can just ignore these turrets. Yeah, because this one moves around. It doesn't just fire right on you, which is actually really nice. And we're nearly done. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Energize, and Cisco is done. And now it's just, well, waiting for a cutscene and also. Yeah, cutscene and a little bit of dialogue, and we're done with the game. And it's been a really good run. There's been no deaths, except for the intentional one on the cave, which we take on purpose or all the time. I don't think there's any run where we wouldn't take it. So this, unfortunately, we cannot skip. It would be great. This is like the only text in the game you just can't skip. And it goes on for like, what is it, like 30 seconds?
Yeah, it's like 30, 40 seconds. The whole thing.
It's very unfortunate. I mean, it's fine, but also, I wish it wasn't a thing. The final Xbox to mash, do cut, and time 34:14. Very nice, well done.
Yeah, thank you. That was a good run. Not too shabby.
Yeah, that would be. I mean, if I were you, if I got that time at GDQ, I would take that. That would be a nice time.
Yeah.
Even better if it goes lower, but this is a nice time, so GG's.
Definitely. Thank you. And thank you, everybody, for being here, letting me showcase this. This was something Lucha and I, we talked about for years, for at least 2 or 3 years. Finally started routing it, and, through Jacid's run, and made so many improvements. It was a lot of fun to run this with Lucha and route it out. And thank you for allowing me to showcase it for you all. Lucha, thank you for doing comms with me. Really appreciate it as well. Thank you, RGLTV, for putting this on and continuing to put it on. It's an amazing event every year. So thank you all. And yeah. What do we have next? What's going on? I'm trying to remember what was on the schedule after. Oh, Shadowgate, that's right. Shadowgate 64. Oh, that's going to be a freaking amazing run. I can't wait to see that. I haven't seen a Shadowgate 64 run in forever, so make sure to stay tuned for that. Lucha, do you have any closing thoughts or anything that you want to say before we go?
Yeah, I just want to echo your thoughts and say, yeah, thanks for helping me route this. I mean, we talked about it for ages. It was almost becoming a meme, like a thing we keep talking about it and it never happened. And then it goes from no leaderboard to at GDQ and at RGL. So how quickly things can change, and it's been awesome. So thank you for having me, and thanks for helping me with putting some time into this game.
No, and I hope it inspires some of you all to pick up the game as well and learn it. It's a lot of fun. It really is. Genesis one, very brutal. I'll be honest, it's probably one of the hardest speedruns I've ever done. But the Super Nintendo one is just a blast to do all over. So, yeah, thank you all again for having me, and enjoy Shadowgate 64.